yeah, now I think grid must be visible to you. Varied applications, healthcare, toys, figurines, fashion, jewelry, tooling, automotive, and different application, automotive process. So how, automotive application. So here you are. So here you can see, I'll switch on my pointer. Yeah. So this is the car, one of India's very first electric hypercar known as Vazirani Shul. So Vazirani Design Studio is up and coming or debutant, I would say, automobile designer based out of Mumbai. So he wanted to display this car at a very famous, supercar show which happens every year in UK known as the Goodwood Festival of Speed. You can Google that later. So all the supercars which any company like Mercedes or Jaguar or Ferrari or these guys need to introduce in that particular year, let's say 2019. So they participate or enter their cars into this particular festival at UK, so that they can gauge and they can showcase how fast that car goes or how it accelerates and all that. So Vazirani was among the very first Indian companies to showcase their car at Goodwood Festival of Speed. But there were a lot of parts in this whole car which could not be produced in any other way. So this is a concept car. So a lot of body panels in this are 3D printed. The tail lamps you can see here at the bottom right. So tail lamps are very organically shaped. So these were made with our SLA 3D printers and then given a red kind of tint so that they have a red look to it. Even the headlamps, exciting project which we did almost 2 years back. Again, even in the backside of the car, you can see that the exhaust of this car as well as the spoilers and even the GT logo, all these things were 3D printed in our HP MJF. So in these areas, they needed high temperature application because it is after all an exhaust. And of course, high strength for the spoiler. So when the car is at high speed, even then the spoiler should not break. So they needed high strength materials. So basically we gave them all the different kinds of engineering materials which we have in our portfolio and helped them with multiple technologies so that their car parts could be produced. So it is basically a very intricately crafted ring. So in the CAD, the uniqueness of this ring is that it was customized in such a way that the name of the spouses, whenever spoken, that sound wave was taken and then it was completely overlaid onto the side of the ring so that it could be customized and a customized solution could be given to the consumer. So that was the level of customization which went in there. So very intricately crafted wedding ring which has the names of the spouses etched onto it, or rather carved onto it. So in this we used our multi-jet modeling to produce the wax output of the ring, and then it was casted into gold and of course plated with I think white gold plating by using the investment casting process for casting it into gold. And afterwards, of course, the diamonds were embedded into it. And plating, of course, you can see that the yellow gold plating as well as the white gold plating was done during the finishing itself. So this also incorporated our multi-jet modeling, as I have already mentioned in this slide. So a very good amalgamation of, or this was a, मतलब ये technology और कारीगरी का एक perfect मेल था, and that is how both technology and craftsmanship came together to produce this particular, I would say, masterpiece. Now going back, let's say we talk about wearables, or this is basically just like your bands, fitness bands, which a lot of people wear. So again, multiple different kinds of processes were used here to produce this whole particular part. So the band, which is typically flexible, was made with the help of polyurethane rubber, with the help of our vacuum casting process. We will not go into vacuum casting because it is not really a part of additive manufacturing. It is a conventional process. And then of course, SLA was used to produce the body of the tracker itself. Additionally, of course, vacuum casting also requires SLA to be used as the master for making those molds. So it is a mold-based process. So our engineering team was able to produce multiples of this particular fitness tracker so that the company could do consumer testing. It could do different, take decisions based on their product development cycles and do even, electronic testing and water penetration tests, so on and so forth. And to do consumer testing, they needed materials which are very similar to the end product. And that is what our SLA as well as vacuum casting was able to give them. So Imaginarium was able to provide them the complete solution by using multiple technologies for one single product. Now coming to, let's say, let's take a medical product. So anatomical model. So this is something which you must have seen in our gallery very often in our museum at Imaginarium. So this kidney was made for a surgeon where for a particular patient who had a kidney tumor. So on the upper side here where I'm hovering my pointer right now, that is where the tumor was. The doctor wanted to completely know what the extent of the tumor was and how it affects basically the renal artery and the arteries in the kidney. And he wanted a particular kind of distinguishing factor between to identify that where exactly do these veins and arteries go inside the kidney and how they are, how the tumor has grown around them, so that he can perform the surgery very well. तो इसमें कौन सा टेक्नोलॉजी यूज हुआ था? इसमें यूज हुआ था पॉलीजेट प्रिंटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी. मटेरियल का नाम है वेरोक्लियर. सो यू कैन सी दैट द क्लियर मटेरियल और द ट्रांसलूसेंट मटेरियल व्हिच इज थोड़ा बहुत जो ट्रांसपेरेंट है, उस मटेरियल का नाम था वेरोक्लियर. In the same machine at the same time, we were able to print an opaque material which is known as Vero white material. So you can see that, so this particular technology, polyjet printing, we have one of these machines. So we were able to print both the transparent as well as the opaque material at the same time in the same build in the single machine. So that is the beauty of this particular technology, where you can use multiple materials at the same time. So now if the doctor wanted, this arteries or these veins to be, slightly flexible, it would have been possible for us to do that as well. But of course, that was not the requirement or the criteria at that time. So that is what we did here. So once the doctor was given this printed kidney, he got a complete visualization of, okay, how the tumor has spread, what are the extents, and there would be no surprises whatsoever when the doctor takes the patient to the operation theater, and he'll be able to make better decision making during the surgery itself and make sure that the patient gets perfect care and perfect outcome of the surgery at the end of the day. Very good application of, I would say, how 3D printing is used in medical domain. Now coming to, some fun projects which we have done before. So those guys, the production heads of those particular TV shows, came to us with the problem statement that the host, we are going to, we want the statue or a caricaturish or a cartoonish statue of the host to be given as trophies to the participants who make it the final level of the show or the reality show. So they did not have anything apart from the photos of the, the particular actor or the host of the show. And also they did not have, they only had concept drawings or concept sketches, very crude, something which you can probably make in a PowerPoint, something like that. So what we were able to do is, with our CAD team here, we were able to design this whole small statuette and give it a cartoonish, caricaturish feeling, and also that it is clapping for the participants to whom it is given. So we were able to do the CAD designing, assign colors to the CAD model surfaces, and then print it in the color 3D printing processes. So although the actual process, actual project is a little bit old, so we used binder jetting for it. But recently we also printed the same particular object in our nylon color 3D printed machine, which we have, the HP MJF 518 machine. And we were even better able to get better results than conventional binder jetting process. So with HP multi-jet fusion, you can get nylon parts in color which are long lasting. The color also lasts longer than conventional binder jetting process. And this particular object will not break once it falls, or maybe if I allow it to fall from on my table, or if it topples down, it will not break. Now what was the case with the old binder jetting process was that even if this statue, if it is kept on the table and it falls on its face, it will get shattered into multiple pieces. The material used in conventional binder jetting process is very similar to your plaster of Paris. It is known as gypsum based or sandstone like material, very brittle and breaks very easily. But that's not the case with HP MJF. So now if we have a project, we will print it in our HP MJF 580 machine, and we will get perfect color as well as extremely long lasting and durable, fun color 3D printed objects. Okay, now coming to, let's say we take another example from fashion. Yeah, this is a very, very old project which we probably did in 2014. I think KP and GP and all these people might remember this. This is a headgear which we had made for a fashion show, which was exclusively the fashion show for 3D printed accessories and 3D printed, I would say, 3D printed fashion basically. So this was Imaginarium's entry designed by GP for the particular fashion show. And we also won the most innovative design rethinking of traditional accessories. We also won this particular category. So it was designed in-house at Imaginarium. It is a headgear which goes onto the head of anybody who is donning it, and it was printed in nylon SLS, nylon with the SLS technology. So another very amazing project which we had done a long time ago. So we have covered fashion, jewelry, automotive, some part of the, I would say, medical domain. Okay, tooling, we can take tooling. It is a little bit of an engineering application. So here you can see on the screen is tooling or the molds which are directly 3D printed instead of machining them. So this is a special kind of material which goes into our polyjet printing machine, which is known as digital ABS, can withstand temperatures of up to 210 to 240 degrees Celsius or even 250 degrees Celsius. So here the consumer needed, they wanted to check whether, the particular bottle, how it will look in its real material. So they did not want to want the bottle made or directly 3D printed in a particular kind of material. They wanted it in the actual material which they will be using at their consumer end. Like let's say shampoo bottles are typically made of HDPE or LDPE, low density polyethylene plastic. So they wanted the same material. Now HDPE or LDPE, technically speaking, is not possible to be 3D printed. So what we did was we 3D printed the mold instead, because we had access to the material, and then mounting these molds directly onto the conventional injection molding or blow molding machines, we were able to produce the bottle at the end of the day in the exact material which the consumer needed. So here the 3D printed part is not the bottle, the 3D printed part is the mold, which was 3D printed in a span of, let's say, I think this particular build took around 36 hours. Even if I had to make this particular very small mold with the help of CNC machining, it would have taken me anywhere between 20 to 30 days, 25 to 30 days. And after the end of the 30th day, the consumer would get the first bottle out from the injection molded tool, molding process. But in case of these, we were able to give the consumer the first bottle at the end of the first week. So that is how 3D printing can be used to directly print molds. Yes, there are materials nowadays available which can last for at least 200 to 250 outputs. They cannot produce thousands or millions of parts out of these 3D printed molds, but at least a few hundred can definitely be produced. So there is of course some constraints which we must remember, and application areas where this particular material or process is to be used for 3D printing of molds. There are some constraints, but we can definitely do it. Now coming to, I think, we can take implants. So this is a story which we often say, and a lot of our sales guys also portray it outside. So we had done this particular implant for a patient afflicted with an injury where a part of the skull was lost. The doctor, as well as the kith and kin of the patient or the relatives of the patient, they wanted to replace that lost part of the skull with the help of an implant. And they thought that 3D printing can be used for it. And yes, the solution was actually 3D printing. So in this case, of course, the work started with the CT scan. So patient का पहले CT scan लिया गया. वो CT scan हमारे live team को भेजा गया. हमने सेगमेंटेशन सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करके स्कल का या फिर स्कल का मॉडल बनाया. Now once the model was ready or the 3D model was ready, we came to know in the form of a 3D output that how much what is the extent of the injury या फिर injury कितना बड़ा है. How will we have to probably design the implant around the injury. So it gave us some idea. So that skull was 3D printed in nylon with the help of SLS technology. And once we had designed the implant digitally, we decided that okay, titanium was the appropriate medical grade material which can be used to print this particular implant, and DMLS was the process, or direct metal laser sintering was the process used for printing this particular implant. This is a story which we often tell, and iska example apne gallery mein bhi hai, so of course everybody knows about this story, but yes, important to highlight it. Coming to toys, okay, a lot of people abuse this little animal which is often on my desk. They take it and they don't return it. I am very angry with those guys. So yes, we did this as an experiment a long time ago when I was interning at Imaginarium. So this is a pangolin animal. It is very बहुत न्यूज में है ये एनिमल आजकल, because it is one of the carriers of the coronavirus. And people are saying that of course this is used in so-called traditional medicine in various countries. Even in India it is used, and even in China and other Southeast Asian countries it is used as they say that it is used for as a traditional medicine. It has small scales on its body, very similar to scales what snakes have, and they are very hard, and it is hunted for that particular reason, and it is one of those animals which is very endangered. So we printed this on I think we printed it on World Environment Day on June 5th, almost 3 years back, just to raise awareness about this particular animal. It is an educational toy. Similar educational toys, science, technology, engineering and mathematics toys can be made with the help of 3D printing. So whenever you as a consumer facing guys, sales guys, whenever you come across kids or school children or even teachers who say that okay, I want to let's say print different geometrical shapes, like when we used to learn about spheres or triangles, pyramids, cubes, it was very difficult to visualize as a kid what a pyramid would look like. So teacher used to show us the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. But जब आप हाथ में पकड़ते हैं कोई भी object को, then you are able to visualize much better and learn faster. So yeah, we can also portray this as making educational toys, geometrical toys for students. So yeah, that's one of the applications. I think we have covered all of them.